So we're not in our normal spots. We're at the house at our casa. Casa de Lloyd.
Yeah, I just wanted to switch it up a bit. I didn't want to go do a professional sit down, video.
She said she wanted to do something different, but she literally said, I do not want to sit at the office and sit there.
Yeah, so, I wanted to film in the car, but that didn't happen. No. So we're in our living room. The cats.
Yeah, the cats are back for this episode.
They might be able to make an appearance. Hopefully they do.
Mia's right there. I don't know where Michael is. Yeah. Michael might get up on the cat wall.
Probably.
Maybe. This episode's going to be short. We realize that today's Thursday and we leave on a flight on Friday tomorrow. Early. And we said we have zero time.
Yeah.
To film a podcast. So we totally forgot. So we made it a point after this episode, we're going to go ahead and think about what we're going to do for our next podcast.
A week in advance.
Yeah. So we don't have to feel like this every time we film a podcast.
Yeah, we've been pretty bad about that recently. But today's episode, I thought that maybe we could just talk about our car wrecks. We've never really talked about our car accidents, and I've been in one and you've been in one.
I've been in one.
Yeah. So I just thought it might be interesting for you guys to hear about those stories. And then maybe talk about our DoorDash, our little side hustle that we've been doing recently. I don't know. I just thought it might be interesting for you guys to hear about. But we didn't even really say where we were going tomorrow.
Yeah. So we're visiting Madeleine's brother and sister-in-law and niece down at South Padre.
Yep, we get to go see them. I'm so excited.
We're going to go to the beach each.
Yeah.
And we're going to get away.
Oh my gosh.
They say what they're going to say.
We're holding the microphone, so this is really weird.
Yeah. I really didn't feel like grabbing the microphone arms and setting them all up. So this is the next best thing.
Yeah. I wanted to draw pictures though, so I might have you hold
the microphone like this while you draw.
Yeah.
Here, I got it.
Probably.
Yeah. Here, yeah. There we go. Now you can.
You think that'll work?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do we just want to get into my car wreck or something?
Sure. Go ahead. You go first.
Okay.
Mine happened.
Well,
first.
I guess I can hold it until until I start drawing. So I was I 19?
I have no clue.
I was dating you. 20. I think it was 19.
19 or 20.
Yeah. 19 or 20. I cannot remember exactly when this happened. But it was my first car wreck, and it was basically my fault. Yes, it was my fault, whatever. But at the same time, it kind of wasn't.
Madeleine pulled an insurance scam.
No, I didn't. I was like, no, I did not. But it was kind of
the person behind you's fault.
Yeah. So I just got to draw a picture and kind of explain it. That's
why you wanted to draw.
Yeah, so I could show.
Know. I thought you just wanted to draw while we were.
No, I wanted to show, explain what happened and where the car was and what I did.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. So you go ahead and draw out the intersection and everything, and I'll go ahead and hold the microphone for you.
Okay. So basically, it was midday, and I went to Walmart, and I was coming home, and I'm gonna draw me. Y'all, I am not an artist at all.
It's crazy the contrast between you and your brother.
Yeah, Drew's really good. Okay,
Mia,
that's supposed to be a
She's about to start biting the lights.
Mia. Hey, look, we got a girl here. Okay, so I'm right here. There's a turning lane right here going this way. Wait. What? How do I draw that?
Do you want me to draw it for you?
Oh, wait, there we go.
Oh my gosh, Madeleine.
I don't even know how to draw an arrow. Okay, I gotta turn it. There we go.
Dude.
I didn't even know how to draw it. Okay, so then there's...
Which way is that going?
Huh?
Which way are those roads going?
This way. This way. And I'm needing to go...
That is not...
This way. Yes, I am.
That is not a 3-lane road. That's not a 4-lane road.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I'll bring up Google Maps right now.
Oh, I forgot. I was counting the turning lane. That turning lane right there.
You're so silly, Madeleine.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. This is really difficult, and hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm trying to.
You forgot to draw the car behind you.
I don't need that car behind me.
It's really important to the story, though.
Babe, are you serious?
You don't have to draw
Okay.
it. You could just
act like there's a car behind me. Okay, so this is what happened. I am at a stop sign and I am needing to turn left. And it's by a like busy intersection. And so
Can you hold it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you're right.
Like I'm just holding it in front of your face while you just talk. Okay.
Yeah, so it's at like a busy intersection area. It's by Taco Bell. I do not pull out from there anymore because there's like a spot a little bit later down.
She like actually has PTSD. Like no joke. Like she like freaks out every time I go over there.
I hate it right there. Anyway, so I am trying to turn left and I have a stop sign and there
are cars going both ways. In front of her and to the left where she's needing to go. She needs to turn left. She's trying to take a left.
Yeah, and there's cars coming from the right and left. And so I'm having to look both ways, whatever. Well, actually, I need to draw. Sorry, Steven, I need to draw. So there is a car, actually multiple cars right here. That's a car, that's a car, that's a car. Because this stoplight right up here is super busy. And so they were trying to turn, is that right?
Yeah.
They're trying to turn right. So they're all lined up right here. So I can't see behind for this lane right here. Well, I am just chilling, freaking out because I'm already a super nervous driver. And this car behind me, this old white man honked at me and he was bald. Not that it matters, but I saw him in my rearview mirror.
Did he have a mustache?
No.
What?
Actually, I have no clue if he had a mustache, but he honked at me. And so I was like, shoot, okay, I'm going to go. But like I said, I couldn't see this lane right here, the one next to it where all these cars are turning right. And so as I'm going, a car is speeding because I guess
was going pretty fast.
Yeah, I guess they had just like made the red light, like, you know, when it turns yellow and then you're trying to like beat it. So they were coming. I wouldn't say they were speeding. I don't know, but they were going pretty fast.
They're accelerating pretty quick.
And did not. So there's a car right here coming.
That's a great depiction.
Yeah. And so as I'm turning, they hit me.
Did you already say that guy honked at you?
Yes,
okay.
I did. They honked. So I start going. And they hit me right here on my side door. And all I remember...
My arm's getting really tired. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. I'll hold it.
Okay, thank you.
All I remember is like turning over and going, oh, crap. And I get hit.
Bam.
Yeah. I get hit from my passenger... No, not passenger door. From my driver door and back door.
Yeah.
It hit both my doors, so it was pretty expensive and took a long time for them to fix my car. But anyway, it spun me around, and what pisses me off the most is that man did not even stop. He did not even make sure we were okay. He got the heck out of there because he knew that he was the reason why I went. And so I know I shouldn't have gone. If you learn anything from this story, do not go if someone honks at you, especially if you're like at just a green light, say it just turned green. You never know if people are speeding past that red light.
Gotta pay attention.
Yeah. So I wouldn't just go immediately when the light turns green. Always look both ways. Make sure cars aren't trying to beat that red light. But anyway, it was basically my fault. And luckily it was another girl my age. I didn't know her, but it was another girl my age. And so they weren't like pissed off at me, but she did not stop at all. Like, I mean, it was full on, like not even braking.
She was taking a guy to work at Walmart and he's like, I get the day off now.
Yeah. So he came up to me while we were like talking to the police and stuff, and they're checking us out to make sure we didn't need an ambulance or anything. We were both fine. Her car was pretty messed up, but mine was unfortunately worse. But again,
it wasn't totaled though.
No, both of our cars. Well, no, mine. No, it wasn't totaled.
It wasn't totaled.
But it was pretty dang close. And so not close, but like it just took a long time.
You needed some work done.
Yeah, it took
a long time for the parts to get in.
Yeah.
You had a European car.
Yeah. So the girl, while I'm like talking to the police with her or whatever, her friend comes over and was like, I guess he had to call work because he worked at Walmart and that's where they were going. She was going to drop him off to work. And he comes up to me and he goes, well, thanks to you, I don't have to go to work today. I was like, oh my God, I'm bawling my eyes out because like I've never been in a car wreck. Yeah. It was so scary. And yeah, I just remember being like, what the heck? And I just like saw the car coming and I was like, oh crap. And I like spun. Yeah. It was crazy. But luckily, like I said, that girl was super nice, was not mean. Like I was worried it was going to be like a man. I don't know. I feel like men are always so angry at young girls.
Yeah. Well, you saw somebody get like a while ago. He just had like a brand new truck and somebody like sideswiped him and he was like at a stop sign. And the guy like looked out because we were like, what do we do? Like,
because we had just come up on it.
Come
like
up behind him. And he like looked out and was like, go, get around me, get around me.
Telling us to go around it because we were like, we don't know how to get around.
Dude, this isn't our fault. Don't be mean to us.
Yeah, he was pissed and I felt bad for the other person who accidentally hit them. Like it was a nightmare for that girl, I'm sure. But I just feel like guys always get more mad at girls. But that one man did not stop, did not check to make sure I was okay. And that's what really irritated me.
That was so rude.
Yeah. He would have known. I would have been like, it's your fault. You honked at me.
And then I'll go, actually, it's not my fault. It's your fault because you went.
Yeah. So now I know. And like I said, if you learn anything from the story, do not go if someone honks at you. Always make sure you're checking. But it was also kind of a blind spot because I literally did not see that car coming at all until it was like literally right at my door.
So you technically did see it coming.
Last second.
Yeah.
Like within the last second.
I'm just kidding.
So then they, my car, I had an Audi. And so that's a European car, like Steven was saying. And they take forever to get parts here. Like it took just 2 weeks for them to get a seatbelt. And then they had to wait another 2 weeks to get my door. And then they had to get another door. Like I had to get both.
I felt like it was like 2 months to get your door.
It was 3 months.
3 months total out.
Yeah, 3 months without a car. Luckily, my dad had a second one that I was able to drive.
Yeah.
But I cannot imagine if he didn't. Like it would have been a nightmare going to school and all of that stuff. Because I had to drive it to Tarleton to school. So then like me going, you would have come pick me up to bring me back home. Like,
yeah, I can't remember. I wasn't in college yet.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, because whenever I was in college, I lived there. Mm-hmm. So
I remember calling you. I think I called my mom first.
Yeah. And
then I called you. And I was like, I just got in a car accident. I was like crying.
Dude, and what's so funny is like after the fact, like your car was still drivable.
Yeah.
So
and I had to drive home and I was traumatized.
And the door, I remember being on the phone with you and the door wouldn't close all the way. So there was like a beeping in the car and you were just bawling your eyes out. Like it was silence, like, cause I didn't know what to say. Like, and you're just driving away.
Stupid. Yeah.
You're driving away and all you hear is ding. Ding,
yeah. Oh, my door wouldn't open.
Ding.
Yeah. my door wouldn't open. So I had to go out the passenger door. Like I literally had to crawl over, and to get back into my car, I had to crawl through the passenger door.
That makes it sound like you drove it for days after until.
I didn't.
Yeah, it was just that one day.
And then I had to drive it to the place to drop it off like a couple days later.
Your airbags didn't go off though, right?
No, they didn't. But they still had to replace like my airbags and my seatbelts. I think that's just like standard
safety.
Yeah, Mia.
She really wants to go outside.
To squirt her. Spray her.
Mia, I'm sorry, girl. I can't let you out there. You got a water bottle.
Yeah, just because like I don't want her meowing obviously in the background the whole time because she will do that.
She'll do it like nonstop until we let her out.
Yeah, for sure.
No bueno. My car accident.
Wait, can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was scared to drive for like at least 2 weeks. Like I was so scared. I hated driving so much. And that one spot, I will never pull out from there. I think I recently, like within the last like 2 months, pulled out from there. I think you've done it
1 time or 2 times.
Yeah, it's been 1 time. And it was like within the last 2 months because I was like, well, might as well try. Because it wasn't busy. It was like, I think it was like 9 at night or something. So like there was nobody out. But I remember still being like, oh my God, I'm so scared.
I'm so scared.
Yeah,
Literally.
I was terrified of driving. I'm already terrified of driving, and that was really bad. But
Madeline drives like she's 90 sometimes.
Yeah.
Just not all the time, but sometimes.
Like it's safely. It's not like I don't know.
Like all over the place. You're just slow. Yeah. You're a slow driver.
Well, I do the speed limit. Maybe 5 over. So
that's
anyway,
good, Madeleine.
I know.
Did you just confess to a crime?
Yeah. So I did not like driving, and I still really don't. But luckily, it's almost been the 5 years, so it's about to be off my record.
Cool.
So yeah. All right, Sleeven's turn.
My car accident happened when I was 16. I didn't know you yet. I was 16, and I had a really nice truck. I had a 2012 Ford. It was an EcoBoost, and I know some truck guys are going to be like, it was an EcoBoost. I got good gas mileage on that thing. Anyways, it was my dad's old truck, and I was gifted it. I was really thankful for that truck. It was so cool. Cool truck, like awesome truck. And I had surgery a couple weeks before, and the medicine that I was taking, I obviously didn't drive while, like,
you were
during
on
the 2 weeks. I was on medicine while I was going to work one day. And yeah, that medicine really made me like not want to eat.
It wasn't like pain medicine where you're
like where I'm not allowed to drive.
Passed out. Yeah, you could still operate a machine.
Yeah, a vehicle.
Yeah.
So
a vehicle.
It did not. I really did not want to eat. It made me not hungry at all. So there were like days where I just didn't eat at all because it was like nothing sounded good, or I really didn't want to. I just didn't want to eat. Moral of the story. And I was going to work. I haven't eaten in like a day and a half. And while I was going to work, I passed out. People always said that I like fell asleep. Like in school, that was the rumor. Like, Steven fell asleep while he was driving. What an idiot. It's like, I did not fall asleep. Passed out. There's a difference. So I passed out and I went across 4 lanes and hit. This is gonna sound bad. I hit a lady in a car, not a lady like by herself. It was an older lady in a car, and I just remember like that initial impact. I think the airbag hit me in the face, and that's how I woke up. I was like, holy shit! Like I just got in a car accident. I remember screaming because I was going down into a ditch, and I saw my tire go like right out of my peripheral vision. That scared me. So I get out and I'm like all shaken up, and I'm like in my Chick-fil-A uniform, and somebody comes up, he goes, oh my gosh, are you okay? Like that was insane. I was like, yeah, I think I'm fine. She's like, do you need to call work? I was like, can you do that for me? I was like, I need to call my dad. So they called Chick-fil-A and they're like, hey, Steven's not going to come into work today because he got in a car accident. They're like, cool. And my dad ended up coming. He's like, were you texting and driving? I was like, no, I promise I wasn't. And then the cops came and were like, are you on any drugs? I was like, I'm 16. Like, no, I'm not. Like, I was just going to work. I'm just going to work, and I passed out. And then I went to the hospital and got checked out, and they said everything was fine. And then the lady who was at that hospital that I hit too, she was an older lady. She cut her arm, like from like her forearm all the way down to her elbow.
What would she have cut it on?
I hit the side of her car, so like metal like probably went into her arm. I mean, old lady skin is frail. Like I could just like flick it and they start to bleed. So she had a huge bandage on her arm, and I told her like, yeah, I passed out because I wasn't eating, and she like hit me on the back and said, you need to eat. I'm a diabetic. And I try still to eat. I was like, I don't know. I didn't really understand that. I still don't understand that.
I don't get that either.
No, neither do I. But she was like, yeah, just eat. It's okay.
Like,
I forgive
thank
you.
I know to eat.
I was like, she said it. She forgave me. I was like, I'm so sorry. And then
it could have been way worse because you went across like
4 lanes.
Yeah,
4 lanes.
Into a ditch. Like it could have been bad.
Yeah.
But luckily,
that was my car accident story. Haven't been in one since. Knock on wood.
I know. Yeah.
I did hit a deer. Well, the deer hit me. I did not hit a deer. The deer hit me. It was funny. I was driving. What were you about to say? I cut you off.
Oh, no, I was just saying that's the only car accident. Like I haven't even been in a different one where like I was the passenger.
Yeah.
Like it was only that one.
Yeah. I was driving into town one day from my parents' house, and I'm like listening. I remember what I was doing. I was listening to Tiny Meat Gang podcast.
Oh.
Do you remember them?
Cody and
Noel.
Yeah.
I was listening to their podcast. I was just driving and I just feel like I don't know, like I shake, like the whole car shook and I saw like my headlight fly above me and I was like, what just happened? Like, did my tire pop? So I pull over and obviously I was driving even farther because I had to slow down. I didn't come to a complete stop. And I was like, dude, did my tire burst? So I look out and I see like fur all over the side of my car and like the front fender, the passenger side fender is all messed up, dented in. The headlight is exploded. I got a dent in my door, but my tire's still there. Like, what is going on? So I call my dad. I was like, hey, something just happened. I have no idea what happened, but like my car exploded from the front. And he came out with a trailer to hook the car up on the trailer. And he goes, oh, I found out what the culprit, I found the culprit or whatever the saying is. I was like, what was it? And he took a picture. It was a deer.
It was like a baby one.
No, it was a mom that had
it was a mom.
Its nipples were out big time.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So I think I just killed a family.
Yeah, we were really sad about that. But it wasn't your fault.
I didn't even see it. That's the thing is I didn't even see it.
And it hit his side door.
It hit the side.
So it jumped into Steven's car. It wasn't even like it was
in the road.
Yeah.
So because they were saying if it would have hit the front, it would have rolled up and crashed into the windshield, and I would have been screwed. Like done for.
It was just your car door, and it still has the dent.
It has the dent in it. Yeah. And so that was funny. Not for the deer.
Not funny for the deer. Yeah, definitely not. Poor thing. But yeah, I think he was already dead though. Right?
What?
The deer was dead by the time. Yeah. Like it wasn't like they had, he wasn't just suffering. But
it was donezo. Like it was bad.
Yeah. That was not your fault though.
But and the thing was, is I was like, dude, what is all this fur on everything? And like, did I?
Oh, you thought it was a hog.
I thought it was a hog because I was like, dude, there's no way. Like what? I was going the speed limit. I was going under the speed limit. I was going 55 and a 60, which even still like what? Like that blows my mind. If I were to go 60 miles an hour all the way, if I was going the speed limit even beforehand, I would have missed that deer. So that's your sign to never go under the speed limit.
No way, guys. Yeah, that was crazy. I think you were coming to my house.
No.
It was nighttime too. It was kind of
It was in the afternoon.
I thought it was late.
It was not late, no. Cause it was daylight outside. I was going somewhere into town from my parents' house. And because I remember I could still see outside. It was sun was starting to set. It wasn't sunset, but it was probably like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't remember. I feel like you were coming to my house. Because I kind of remember you like texting me saying, and I was like, do I need to come get you? Because I know you texted me saying, I just hit a deer or deer hit me.
Was I going to our apartment? Because I remember I sent one of our friends a picture and he's like, yeah, like.
Oh, he was a car person.
He's a car guy. And so.
I don't know.
We were in our apartment because there's no other way because that's what it was because I didn't have my car at our apartment and we had to take one car back and forth. Yeah. I know for a fact, I was going back to our apartment.
And I think I had to come get you. And it was like nighttime by the time I came get you.
By the time you came and got me, it was nighttime.
I kind of remember, I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, guys. We were just kind of like, winging this.
We had to figure out when the timeline was.
Yeah. So,
anyways, let's just talk about our side hustle now. Is that what you're going to get into?
Yeah,
okay.
I was. So we've been doing DoorDash recently. I know we kind of mentioned it in our last podcast. But we do want to do a full in-depth video, but we have to go to a town that's not our town because obviously we don't want to share like locations and stuff. But so we just haven't done that yet. But it's been really fun and interesting.
And it's so easy.
Yeah. There have been some like hiccups though that I did not realize. Like I don't know that was gonna happen. I'm gonna tell y'all some numbers what we've made because we do want to do
a YouTube video on it. And and kind of like recycle that content. Maybe do like a TikTok series out of it. Like out of our YouTube video, put it into TikTok maybe. So we've been doing it super easy. It's like in our town, it's like the average that somebody makes is like $22 an hour.
So you could probably make more depending on like where you live.
But what I love about it is that we get to pick and choose the orders that we want. And some people are so mean because whenever we order on DoorDash, we always tip. Like that's the thing
I always gave at least a $3 tip
because the person that's driving has to go out and get your food and bring it to your house.
But that was even before I realized how much work it actually was.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I'm going to just give it. I didn't know people didn't actually give tips. Like one time we got 0 and then they sent it back through and gave us a 25-cent tip. And I was like, no.
Dude, we're not doing it.
It was far too.
Like,
it was like a 17-mile drive or something.
Like I'm not getting $2.75 just to get drive all the way across town.
I will say there was one time where we just went ahead and accepted it because we weren't already it wasn't super busy. So we're like, we might as well just do it, whatever. Yeah. And the guy gave us $10 in cash when we got there. So that was like something else. So I wonder if like people do.
But
give
on
no
that,
tip.
it tells you. Well, I guess I don't know because it tells you to leave at the door sometimes, and sometimes to hand it to the person.
But I don't think it tells you that until after you accept it. Yeah. I kind of wish it did.
Though. Yeah, because you don't know.
If you're about to do that
because you got to drive 17 miles there and back.
Yeah. So the base pay for DoorDash in our area, I don't know if it's different depending on where you're at, is $2.50. So you're guaranteed that. And then people can obviously add tips on top of it. So our most expensive one that we got was $18. But we were doing it on 4th of July. So we
cashed that night.
Yeah. So there was a $3.
We only did like 3 orders that night because
didn't do a lot. Yeah.
I don't know. It was late too.
Yeah. So 4th of July night, they added a $3. So each order we were getting a base pay of $5.50
because it was so busy.
Yeah. But with that, since it was so busy, it was crazy. So we got an order for Papa John's, a pizza place. I don't know if that's like super known places.
Yeah.
And so we accepted it. It was like 9:30 and was
it 9:30?
Yeah, it was late. And so we got to the place because they had just closed at 8:45.
My parents wanted us to be at their house at 9:30.
So it was 10:40.
It was
10:30.
10:30.
Okay, so it was 10:30. And so we get there and we're like, are they even open? And Steven got out of the car.
I opened the door and they go, Uber Eats? I said, no DoorDash. He goes, okay, yeah, we had an Uber Eats order sitting here for like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So I walk in and it's like, yeah, I'm here for whoever it is or
And they were being kind of rude to Steven.
Well, the 2 people that came, that talked to me at first asking about Uber Eats were totally like fine. But the guy in the back, like I walk in and I go, yeah, I'm here for this. And he goes, oh, well, that's been sitting here for an hour and a half. So we just gave it to one of the workers, like kind of snotty at me. And I was like
as if we weren't there to get it for an hour.
And it was obviously like misunderstood, like he was misunderstood. And everything. So I go, that's so weird because like we just accepted this order like maybe 5 minutes ago. And the lady was like, actually? And I was like, yeah. She goes, this has been sitting here for like an hour and a half.
So I guess it was so busy that night that people weren't picking up the orders. And so it was just saying, looking for a driver, looking for a driver, looking for a driver on the end of the customer.
And I guess we were one of the first people to pick it up. And so I was like, it looks like you guys are getting free dinner because and they were like, we're not going to give this to you because it's a pizza that's been sitting out for an hour and a half.
And they closed at 9:45.
Yeah. And so they were like, we were even closed. And I was like, I feel bad for you guys that you waited here for us to pick up the order.
I don't think they did. I think they were watching the fireworks.
Probably. Oh, because you could see the fireworks from there.
I think they were watching. I don't know if you could see the fireworks, but I think they were just like hanging out. I don't think they were specifically waiting for us.
Yeah, but the guy in the back was super mean. Well, he wasn't super mean. He was just kind of being like snotty, like, dude, why are you here so late? But I explained to him like, we just like literally 5 minutes ago just picked up this order.
Yeah. It was crazy. And so I was worried that the whole night was going to be like that because then we picked up like a Sonic order, which took forever because that was like one of the only places that was open.
And it's so funny because on DoorDash, you can talk to the customers and stuff. They can message you and stuff. So whenever we get there, he's like, what's taking so long? I'm like, dude, it's 4th of July weekend. So Madeleine just took a picture of all the cars and is like, this is why. Like there are Like I've never seen a Sonic that full. Like every single stall was full, so we had to park off to the side and go like get out of our car to push the button. Mm-hmm. Usually you can just go through the drive-through or up to a stall and be like, hey, I have a DoorDash for whoever.
Actually, when she brought out the food, she was like, oh, I've never seen a DoorDash out here. And I was like, there was no stalls.
Yeah, no so stalls available at all.
Yeah. Oh, but I forgot to say about the pizza order. I called the customer and I felt bad because it was 10:30. Like I didn't know if they were still awake, and it honestly sounded like she wasn't.
She was super nice though. Like, she was totally understanding.
Was. And I called her and I was like, hey, did you order a Papa John's pizza, whatever? And she's like, yeah, I did. And I was like, well, for some reason, it gave us the order, but we're gonna cancel it on our end and say that the store is closed. And she was able to get a full refund and everything. And she was like, yeah, I'm good. I got pizza I got food from somewhere else. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like I promise it wasn't us.
Yeah.
Like we just started DoorDash I got food tonight. Now. Yeah. So anyway, those are like some hiccups. Also, if you do DoorDash, do not use Apple Maps.
Dude, oh my gosh. That was like a whole ordeal in itself. Yeah, like
that was a learning experience. We went the wrong way several times because of Apple Maps messed up.
Yeah. So DoorDash works with Google Maps. Like they have they work with Google Maps. Mm-hmm. And so whatever because you get to choose what maps you use. Like if you have a specific one that you want to use, you can use it. So we chose Apple Maps because it's the native. It's just that's what we use.
Because we could put it on my car.
Yeah, on CarPlay and stuff. Mm-hmm. So the first one was for a Papa John's order, right?
Is that Michael?
Michael, man, you're so bad. Sorry, we had to spray him because he's eating Madeline's puzzle piece. Get away from that. Bad boy.
Come up here. Come say hi.
Come hang out with us, please.
Yeah.
Anyways, we do an order for Papa John's and we're like, there's a Papa John's way back there, but it's taking us to another one. I was like, I didn't know we had 2 Papa John's. Mm-hmm. So we drive 10, 15 minutes out of the way and it brings us to the middle of nowhere. And so Madeleine calls up Papa John's and she's like, so we're doing DoorDash and it took us to this address. And he goes, oh yeah, that's our old one.
So yeah, somehow in the like DoorDash switching over to Apple Maps took us to the wrong place. And that happened again with somebody's home address.
And it took us to the same spot, I feel like, right?
It did that with McDonald's or something.
Oh, yeah.
But no, with the home address, it was like completely wrong. Like not completely wrong. They forgot like the West or something. Like they forgot like one letter. And so it took us to a completely different area. And I was so mad because that order was supposed to be a super easy one.
Yeah. And
like it was like a mile away and we went like 5 miles out of the way.
And we accepted it. And it was only like $2. We were like, dude, it's literally like right down the road. We can get it. Mm-hmm. And so we open up Apple Maps. We go there and we're driving around in a circle for like maybe 5 minutes before we call. Because it brought us to like...
It was like a warehouse.
Yeah, I was trying to think that word. And we were saying, these people are like actually going to try to kill us.
Because it was like 9:30.
There were no lights around and the people were already like, hey, where are you? What's taking so long?
We'll wait outside for you. And
we're like, dude, oh my what is going on? So we call them and then we type in, I forget what happened, but we ended up getting the right address and it took us the right way.
Well, I was trying to call his number because he was the original ordering, and he wasn't answering because it was going straight to voicemail because I guess he has it turned on to where like
unknown callers get blocked.
Yeah, and so there was like another girl who added an order to the same address after his order, so I called her, and you could tell they were definitely drunk.
They were so drunk.
Yeah, they were. She had no clue.
They just wanted their Sonic so bad.
Yeah, she had no idea what was going on, and I was like, well, it's like taking me to the wrong spot. And I was like, can you see me on the map? And she's like, oh yeah, you're like way over there because they can see where you're at.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is where it took me. So then we figured out, I looked up on Reddit about DoorDash and Apple Maps, and sure enough, it's like a problem for people. So if you do DoorDash, note to self, do not use Apple Maps.
Yeah.
Basically, that was something we had to learn the hard way because we had several orders where we were late because of stupid Apple Maps.
Also, we did an order. Was it for like $10 or something like that? The barbecue place.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So we do another thing that we're learning by doing DoorDash is we get to pick and choose where we want to pick up from. And this is a restaurant that we'll never pick up from again.
We felt bad because there was only 2 employees working.
Yeah.
But you can keep going.
Yeah. So we get there and there's another lady in there that's waiting on a DoorDash order. And she's like, I felt bad for her. She was pregnant and she was like getting up and like waiting. I mean, she's trying to get stuff for her baby. Mm-hmm. Like, come on. And so there are 2 people working in there and it's just taking forever. And then it's our turn. And he goes, oh yeah, we haven't even started on this yet. And they were like out of sweet tea or something like that.
Sweet tea, tomatoes, the jalapeno sauce, and like something else. And so I had to contact the customer and I was like, hey, I just wanted to give you a heads up. They're out of this, this, and this. And then we didn't even know about the sweet tea until we were about to leave. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, why could y'all have not told me that? Because they could see on the ticket, like, oh, hey, say we also don't have sweet tea. Anyway, whatever, besides the point. So then I'm talking to the customer and it took 40. We sat in this barbecue place for 40 minutes. And what sucks about that is like that's 40 minutes that we could have had 3 orders done.
Yeah.
In the time that we were doing one for $10.
Yeah.
And we still had to go all the way across our town still. Like they were kind of far. But luckily the guy was so understanding and he was like, well, that's the last time I order from a new place.
And then he gave us a $5 tip on top of that.
Yeah, he did.
Because he understood that like by waiting, we could have made more money that way.
Yeah, so and it was not obviously the customer's fault at all. It was, and I think what really kind of made me mad was the people were not being very apologetic. They were not,
and they were taking their sweet time. Oh, it was ridiculous.
Madeline was like, getting so frustrated because he was like packaging up the burgers and just going, fold one here, fold right here.
We're like, dude, come on. I was like, we've been here for 40 minutes.
Yeah, and so then we're getting our drinks because we didn't want to get them like too early and then them be watered down. So we waited until we got the food.
Yeah.
And so as I'm like going, I'm like, there's no sweet tea. And they're like, oh, you're going to have to ask for a different drink because we don't have any. And I was like, y'all could have not told me that. And so I had to like send the guy again. I was like, I am so sorry, but they're also out of sweet tea. I was like, this guy's going to like yell at me. But luckily,
he was super nice.
Yeah, luckily he understood it was obviously not our fault. We're just there to retrieve the food.
Yeah.
And bring it to him.
But what really just pisses me off is like when people don't tip at all.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like I'm coming out here, I'm spending gas money. I'm driving all the way like across town just to give you food and you're only going to give me $2. Like not even $2.
I was going to say $2 isn't that bad depending on how far it is.
Yeah.
But the people who literally give 0, I'm like, do y'all not even understand? Like $2.50 is not going to cover the hassle of what it is.
It's not even going to cover like half a gallon of gas.
No, because each order probably takes at least 15 to 20 minutes to complete and sometimes longer depending on how far it is.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just think it was pretty interesting and we've never like been on that side of it before. But yeah, we've been doing it for probably 2 weeks now.
Yeah, I don't know. What's is this everything?
No, that's just from July 4th.
So how much have we actually made? Because we haven't even cashed out yet, I don't think.
It automatically goes to our bank account.
Okay.
But
we only do this like an hour and a half at a time.
Yeah, because we do like the nighttime whenever we're just kind of like sitting at home, like feel like we're doing nothing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's when it's most busy. I'm actually about to leave here in 5 minutes to go do a shift of an hour. And
I'm going to edit this.
Yeah. So, because we're not going to be able to this weekend, which the weekend is where it's at. Like definitely do DoorDash on the weekends. So on our first week on DoorDash, we did it for 3 days.
So how many hours did
active hours was 2 hours and 32 minutes, but like the whole dash time was 4 hours.
But we didn't do 4 hours in one sitting. We did like a couple at a time. So like we did one just to like test it out. Mm-hmm. But some of that time is just like waiting too.
Yeah. So that week was $64. So it was like for 4 hours, it was $64. And then the next week after that was 116. And we did that one for actually 7 hours that week. And then, because like we said, we do it like an hour a day.
Yeah.
And then for this week, it's only been 2 days, actually 3 days counting. We haven't even done it tonight. So 4th of July, we cashed out.
We only worked like an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, it wasn't long at all. We made $72 in 2 days, like for 4 hours of work. Yeah, when you're just sitting in the car on your phone.
Like literally all we do is just like listen to music or podcasts and just talk to each other.
While we're waiting for the food, we watch TikTok. Like we're just hanging out. Yeah, it's a really fun like little bonding experience for us.
Yeah.
Plus $10 plus another $5, so $15.
Yeah.
On top of that. So I don't know, it's kind of fun. Yeah. You could definitely do it all day long and probably make a lot of money.
I do not want to do that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because my back starts to hurt if I'm sitting in the car for more than an hour.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm ready to get out.
But it's also kind of like you're working out because you're getting in and out, walking up to the doors. But
honestly, like you're working out for probably like 2 minutes at a time.
I'm saying you're actually getting out of the car. You're not just in the car for 4 hours straight.
Well, yeah, but whenever you get out of the car, you get out, drop it off and take a picture and then you're back in the car.
Yeah, but you're still getting out and walking. Babe, I'm like saying that you're not just
10 feet.
You're not just in the car for 4 hours straight, not getting out.
I know you're saying that.
Yeah. Anyway, so that is like our little DoorDash experience.
It's pretty fun. We'll do a YouTube video on it.
Yeah, more in depth and like more about the numbers and stuff. But we just thought
and like actually try on it. Maybe try during the day.
Mm-hmm.
But really, we just do it at night.
Yeah, it's just a fun little side hustle when we're bored. So that way we're not just like sitting at home. And it gets us out of the house too. Because like our job is
we're in the house all day anyways. Yeah. And I like want to get out. But usually, like, whenever we go out of the house, we have to spend money because, like, what are you going to do? So, like, this at least gets us out of the house and starts to, we get paid to do it.
Yeah, that is another downfall is, like, all the food smells so good. And really then we see, like, their Sonic Blasts and we're like, I really
now we want to buy a Sonic Blast.
Yeah. So, if you do not have self-control, this maybe is not the job for you. I barely have self-control, so... there's some nights that we do end up, we're like, hey, we're getting one. Yeah, it's like our little treat.
We did a Papa John's order, and after that, we were like, dude, that smells so good.
Like so 2 days later, we got
dinner. Papa John's for dinner.
Yeah, it was really funny.
All right. Well, I think you got to go pretty soon.
I do, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to edit this. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry that we're not in our studio.
Yeah.
We just really did not want to go over there. And we already had the lights over here and stuff. So, yeah, we didn't want to have to haul it all over there.
Yeah, it just made sense. And I just feel like it was a little more like chill and low key.
Yeah.
And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And yeah.
Make sure to check out our merch. We dropped some kind of new merch.
Yeah, we did.
T-shirt wise, instead of just like long sleeve and stuff.
Yeah, but we did release a whole new design too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we have a new design for merch. Check it out in the link below. We also have a P.O. box too. Yeah. That'll be linked down below. And
we're gonna go live and talk about it. So turn on our YouTube notifications because we're gonna go live on there, and then we'll probably do it on Instagram or something.
Yep.
So all right. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening or watching. Hope you guys are having a great day or night or whenever you're watching this or listening. What else do we need to say? Oh yeah, always remember to be kind. And we hope to see you guys in our next podcast.
Bye guys.